Rated M for mature.
Don't let your kids watch it!
Alright, so welcome back to Chapter 6, everybody. So, we're at the end of the Angel Mort stuff. Rena met Rena. We have 3 girls in this now, with 4-letter names that start with R and end in A. We got Rena, Rika, and now Rena. Really creative name choices. I gripe. Let's continue and see what's happening next. Are we going back to Keiichi's perspective, or are we still going to be in Rena's?
少なくとも3日くらいの間は甘いものを見たくないぜ。
That seems to have answered my question. If the font is a slightly pink color, that's how we know we're playing as Rena. I appreciate them having that little visual distinction there. Alright, yeah, Keiichi, I also don't want to see any sweets in this game for the rest of the chapter.
Keiichi-kun 頑張りすぎだったもんね。
Well, yeah, he has to win. He's got to. Rena ate a massive amount of desserts too, but her stomach seemed to be just fine. She has an 18-liter capacity, that's why.
女の子には胃袋が4つくらいあるんじゃないか。デザート用に確実に1つは余計にあるに違いない。
Maya face stares from the corner.
まあ、レディーになんたる暴言ですの。
Okay, Satoko, it is great to see you're in your normal outfit again.
そんなこと言う圭一さんにはこうでございますことよ。
Bam! Bam, bam, bam. Ow! Satoko had poked me very hard in my bloated stomach. Okay, don't smile when I barf like that. That's not cool.
やめて。お腹は押さないで。中身がはみ出る。
Rika, it is very good to see you back in your normal outfit. Satoko and Rika-chan grinned mischievously upon hearing that. A chill ran up my spine. Were they smiling like that and walking towards me? Why were they smiling like that and walking towards me so gleefully?
やめろお前ら。血とか涙とかはねえのかよ。
Looks like all the Reddit mods have cleared out, so they're not like, oh, how dare you not invite us in? If I barf on you, that's on you.
千載一遇のチャンスを見逃す私と思いまして。ね
Rika, come
え、
on.
圭一の膨らんだポンポンが大変なのですよ。
Rika, you're better than this.
圭一くんのぽよんぽよんのポンポン、かいいよ。
What's this about Puyo Puyo?
やめろお前ら。
Are they poking the stomach or are they firing potato guns at it? Rena joined Satoko and Rika-chan in torturing me. We were still making a lot of noise outside the restaurant. I desperately blocked my stomach from their attacks, but something else hit me from behind. Or someone.
誰だ。
ハロロー。
No! Oh, screw you! Get out of my chapter! Get out!
ケイちゃんとその愉快な仲間の皆さん。
Nope,
こんにち
I
は
don't
です。
want you here. Get out.
お、しーちゃんだ。こんにちは。あれれ、今日はお店にいなかったよね。
I know that was like the one highlight.
私、今日は夜のシフトなんです。
Okay, great. Have fun.
さっき来て着替えたばかりですよ。
それはそうと。お前よくその格好で店の外に出られ
Because
る
she
な。
has absolutely no shame. That's why.
大したことないですよ。
Exactly. Getting a little peek into Rena's perspective for a minute last stream showed some interesting contrast of our perception of her. Yeah, a little bit. But I like it. It makes her feel very distinct from Keiichi. And this lady.
あられもない姿で村中を練り歩いた誰かさんよりは恥ずかしくないです。
Grah! Damn it. I was just getting over that. She just reminded me that I'll never be able to get married. Wow.
それはそうと、今日は皆さんだいぶ大暴れしたらしいですね。
Yeah, no, I think Keiichi was the least crazy one in the restaurant today.
まあね、いつもの部活になっちゃった以上ね。店内とんでもないことになってましたからね。
Did we
お姉も
did we
責
throw
任を
up?
感じたようで、みんなに混じって掃除をやってます。
Whoops.
やっぱり私たちも掃除に加わった方が良かったんじゃありません
No,
か。
I don't want to be in there with the Reddit mods any longer than I have to.
ああ、それはお気遣い無用です。さすがにお客様に掃除はさせられませんから。そもそも一番散らかしたのは
What
メ
did
イ
she
本
do?
人だと思
I
い
probably
ま
don't
すで
even
す。
want to know. Yeah, that's right. Everybody nodded in agreement.
それでお姉から伝言です。皆さんは先に帰っててくれていいそうです。いいよ、待ってるよ。ねえみんな。
Rena asked for our agreement. Of course, we decided to wait without hesitation. Satoko, Rika-chan, and I all nodded along.
手伝えないならせめて終わるのを待ってるよ。
Imagine how degenerate you must be if Keiichi, of all people, is the lesser crazy. Okay, well, to be fair, Keiichi was the one who's like, I kind of want to just leave, but, like, he couldn't. Rena was freaking out, being like, I'm taking them all home. All the Reddit mods, do we even need to talk about them? Coach was pervin. Mion, Satoko, and Rika were wearing the fetishy outfits. And then, I think there was somebody else in there, wasn't there? Wow, I actually think Karen, aka Rena, was the least crazy person there. She just showed up to be like, oh, I thought you guys were open. Just give me some desserts to go.
帰っていいからって言って先に帰るとあいつ寂しがると思うからな。
Oh, maybe. Wait, no, that wouldn't make sense. I was about to think maybe Rena is like the mistress in the family, but that doesn't make sense because Rena was like, my parents are lovey-dovey, so probably no cheating going on there.
おー。
Unless she's lying about that.
ケイちゃんも日進月歩。少しは成長するんですね。
Shion, I don't really know you in this timeline, and for good reason.
まあね。レナたちがちゃんと教育してるからね。
Okay. ね。Rena, I don't approve.
ですわよ。ミパー。
I don't want to be trained by you weirdos.
なんだよ。こういう時だけ女どもは結束しやがって。
I hate girls. They all get along so easily just because they're girls. Yeah, sure, Keiichi. Just, yeah, you go on thinking that. In the end, we ended up making a lot more noise, even dragging Shion into the mess this time.
シオン、あんたいつまでサボってんの？
Shion, get your big fat butt up here and clean.
雑巾どこやったの？ありゃいけね。じゃあ私はもう戻りますね。
Yeah, you ain't getting paid by Yoshi Iroh if you don't put in the work.
お掃除まだまだかかりそう？え、何みんな？おじさんを待っててくれてるわけ？
Yeah, you're part of the club.
余計な気使わなくていいって。
I also still feel a little bad for you for what you had to sit through last chapter.
まったくもう。
Mion looked happy to see us waiting for her, but she always says the opposite of what she thinks. I wonder when she'll grow up and just be able to honestly say thank you.
バカ、仲間だろ？終わるまで待っててやるよ。
レナたちも一緒にお手伝いできればいいのにね。ごめんね。だからいいって。今日ね、シオンの仕事終わるの待ってから久しぶりに沖宮の家に帰ることにしたの。
Oh yeah, and I'm sure nothing bad will happen in that meeting.
だから本当に大丈夫。気持ちだけでも感謝するよ。
Stereotypes exist for a reason. Exactly, Filmoa.
あら、本当にいいんですの？なんだか悪いですわね。なんか悪い気がするかな。人は大勢いるから大丈夫だよ。風が冷たくなる前にみんなひなみ沢に戻りな。
Satoko, how in the world do you have pinkish purple eyes? That's not a color that exists in nature. She must be wearing contacts.
わかりましたのです。
Rika, you might possibly be part demon, so I'll give your purple eyes a pass.
みー、お掃除、ファイト、おーです。お、ありがとね。じゃあケイちゃん、お嬢様方のエスコートをよろしく。途中で死角に襲われないようにしっかり護衛するんだよ。
Oh yeah, don't worry. If there's anybody who can protect from assassins, it's definitely Keiichi. It's not like he's not, well, okay, he did chase off street thugs, so, you know, maybe he's not so bad. Looking around, I didn't see any ladies who needed an escort. You got two 12-year-olds with you, so yeah, you gotta protect them. I felt more like I was the one who needed protection. Anyway, we said our goodbyes, making it easier for us to end the day and go home.
じゃあね、みーちゃん。また明日ね。おーい、また明日ね。
よっしゃ、行こうか。
We waved at Mion until she went back inside the restaurant, and after that, we all got on our bicycles and left Okinomiya. Meanwhile, back in Hinamizawa, green hair is more grounded than having dark purple eyes. I mean, I guess. Yeah, there's this thing called hair dye. There's no eye dye. Actually, in Higurashi, I die a lot. On the way home, we talked about how exciting it had been today, and it looked like everyone was still fired up. We had the horrifying punishment and the competitive eating contest, which turned into an unprecedented battle involving all of the customers in the restaurant. And after that, everything got crazy and messy. Yeah, it wasn't crazy and messy beforehand. No, only afterwards. At first, the waitresses didn't know what to do, but after a while, they ended up joining in. We had a blast. So you show the fun part off screen, but we show the cringe part on screen.
その時の富田さんと岡村さんたらもうおかしくてたまりませんでしたわ。結局亀田も入江もかわいそうだったのです。
I don't feel sorry for Scooter or Coach. They can do better.
いやいや、しかし俺の演説もなかなかだったろ。あの時は店全体が俺の味方だったよな。
Keiichi does have the charisma and the speaking skills to be a great politician.
圭一は生まれる時代と国が違ったらひょっとするととんでもない人になってたかもなのです。
But because you
こんな
didn't,
口先
you
男
won't
が
be.
ですの？
Exactly, he's perfect for a politician. Not in terms of actually being a good politician, but in terms of getting the votes and actually like getting voted into power.
どこの国に生まれてもろくな人間にはならないと思いますでございますわね。あと100年も早く生まれていたらお札になっていたかもですよ。
I wonder if there's fan art out there of someone who had like either a Japanese yen or like a US dollar with Keiichi's face on it. I bet that exists somewhere.
圭一さんのお札なんてなんだか貧しいですわね。
He'd be the $1 bill in Monopoly.
きっと200円札とか300円札とかそのぐらいの数でしたよ。
$3 ain't bad. Satoko and Rika-chan kept up their continuous chatter. I was a bit tired after the day's events, so I just listened quietly. You also probably developed type 1 diabetes after eating that many desserts. I noticed the wind was getting colder. Our shadows were getting longer as well. Satoko and Rika-chan still had a lot of energy left, but what about Rena? She'd been very quiet. Maybe she also had a stomachache from eating too much. No, she's had a stomachache from Karen. I mean, I looked at Rena to see. However, I was wrong. Rena was... I didn't really know how to describe it. She looked very satisfied. She looked like she really did have that much fun. She looked like she was as happy as she could ever be. Yeah, well, that's probably a mask. I could tell all that without her saying a word. When I looked at her, it made me realize that the word fun wasn't enough to describe what we did today.
今日一日本当に楽しかったな。
Yeah, the word you're looking for is cringe.
圭一君は？
俺も最高に楽しかったよ。今日みたいなことが明日や明後日もあればいいのになってくらいにさ。
それはレナも同じかな。今日のお店の中での時間だけが永遠だったらいいなって思った。
I don't wish that, but I get your sentiment.
おお、詩的なことを言うな。
圭一君は思わなかった？
Brenda didn't notice that I made fun of her. I think I also didn't notice that you made fun of her. Oh, he must have been sarcastic there. I might have been a little tactless. Suddenly I regretted having said it.
いや、俺も同感だよ。
でもね、圭一君。別に今日だけが最高に幸せってわけじゃないんだよ。
A cool wind blew through her hair. She smiled at me, and for some reason she looked very mature. Her appearance made my heart skip a beat.
私たちのひなみ沢での日々はどの一日だってかけがえのない大切で素敵な幸せな一日なんだよ。
I mean, to be fair, Rena's not really, like, letting on anything other than her being happy, so I don't blame Keiichi for assuming she's happy. Also, they're laying on the Rena x Keiichi stuff way thicker in this chapter than in the previous ones, and I'm kind of here for it.
たとえ部活がお流れになっちゃって退屈な一日だったとしてもね。
Considering the only other romance we've really had here have been Tobatake and Takano, along with Coach and his maid fetish, and then like do I even count Satoshi and Shion? That was a pretty one-sided one, and that was very toxic. So that this actually made, well, let's be real. This is not gonna actually end well, even if that does happen, but a guy can dream.
レナは大人な考え方ができるんだな。
そんなことないよ。本当はまだまだはしゃぎ足りない。興奮がまだ冷めないだけなのかもね。
Rena laughed, and that made me laugh too. Satoko thought we were laughing because we said bad things about her, and she started bugging me about it. Once again, we made a lot of noise like we always do.
では、僕とサトコはここでお別れなのです。リカ、もう少しご一緒してタバコ屋さんで曲がってもいいではありませんの？豆電球が切れたのを忘れましたですか？豆電球がないと寝るときに真っ暗になってしまいますですよ。
Though they still have to use a nightlight? Guess what? I'm at the point now where if there's any light in the room, I have a much harder time going to sleep.
それは困りますわね。
If Rena's constantly going on about happiness over and over, you'd be a little concerned. You're probably more tactful and emotionally aware than Keiichi is then, Fumoa. Oh, that would be the problem, eh?
あ、牧野さんの雑貨屋さん？
As long as it's not Machina, I don't want to see her again.
ならここでお別れだね。これ以上行っちゃうとどんどん遠回りになっちゃうからね。
Makino-san's general store? Oh, right, that's where it is. If they wanted to make a stop at the store before going back to the shrine, turning here would be the quickest way.
そっか。じゃあな、リカちゃんにサトコ。また明日な。
また明日なのです。それではですわ。ケイチさんにレナさん。じゃあね、二人とも。バイバイ。
Bye, girls. Don't get disemboweled on the way home, please. Rika-chan and Satoko waved at us many times, then took the narrow path through the field. Once the noisy girls were gone, it went especially quiet all of a sudden. You got a lot of nerve calling them noisy, Keiichi. Rika is definitely not noisy. It made me feel as if the sun had set in an instant. I could see my house by now, which everybody called the Maibara Mansion. I didn't notice it earlier because of how fired up we all were, but my stomach was about to burst. The growling in my gut felt like thunder. My body must have been paying the price for me acting like an idiot earlier. There was no way I was eating dinner that night. I'd need to tell my mom before she started cooking. But before anything, I had to get to the bathroom. My stomach was churning. Oh boy, it really didn't sound good. We got to the place where I'd always meet Rena in the morning and say goodbye in the evening.
今日はすっげえ楽しかったな。
すっごい楽しかった。あれ？ケイチ君具合悪いの？
This girl's too sweet.
すまん、お腹を壊したかもしれない。おとなしく休むことにするよ。
ケイチ君もまだまだお腹の鍛え方が足りない
Yeah, Keiichi, you need to be able to eat 18 pounds of desserts on a regular basis.
レナだって俺と同じくらい食べてるはずなんだぞ。一体その細っこい体のどこにあれが収まるってんだ。
She's been expanding her stomach with massive breakfasts, so she now has an 18-liter capacity. That's how.
それはその女の子の秘密ってことで。
Rena, you didn't do anything in the bathroom, did you? Because you went to go to the bathroom when you met Rena. Filing that away for potential concern later. Rena giggled and tried to avoid giving me an answer. She'd probably hit me if I pressed her about it. If she punched me in the stomach, I'd throw up for sure. So I decided not to go any further.
じゃあな、レナ。
If my stomach wasn't about to burst, I would have pushed her.
また明日な。
また明日ね。
俺さ、前は都会に住んでたわけだけどさ。
She's like, oh, the city sucks.
こんなにも一日一日を楽しいと思って過ごしたことはなかった。俺、ひなみ沢に引っ越してきてさ、きっと幸せなんだって思う。
That ain't gonna last.
レナも同じだよ。ほら、私も1年前にひなみ沢に引っ越してきたわけだけど、こんなに楽しい幸せな日々を送れるのが信じられないもの。
そっか。なら明日も絶対に楽しいな。
そうだよ。昨日も今日も楽しかったんだもん。きっと明日だって楽しいよ。
こんなにも毎日が楽しいとなんだかある日突然転びそうで怖いよな。
Oh, don't worry. Once you become an adult in Japan, all the fun goes away.
転ぶときはどんなに注意してても転ぶよ。だからいつ転んでもいいように思いっきり今を楽しむのが正解だと思うな。
そうだな。今を精一杯楽しむのが正解だな。
Stop triggering the flags, Cage. Yeah.
じゃあねケイチくん、おばさまとおじさまにもよろしくね。さてレナはまだまだ遊び足りないから、また宝の山に宝探しに行こうかな。
Okay.
まだ遊び足りないっ
We
ての
haven't
か。
done that since... Well, we've probably done it since Chapter 1, but it was a bigger thing in Chapter 1.
つくづくタフなやつだな。負けたぜ。
She gotta burn off those 18 liters of desserts.
どう？よかったらケイチくんも一緒に来ない？新しい山があってね、まだ全然発掘してないの。
Rena over here playing Pikmin 2.
何かとっても可愛いのが見つかるかも。
Yeah, we gotta get the Colonel Sanders.
悪いけど俺はパスするよ。それになんだか雲が重たくなってきたみたいだしな。
Oh no, not the sandstorm.
レナも今日はおとなしく帰宅した方がいいんじゃないか。
ほう、こういう素敵な気分の日にはね、きっと可愛いのが見つかるんだよ。だからちょっとでも行ってみるね。
I felt sick enough that I didn't feel like going with her. If I felt better, I would have gone treasure hunting with her for sure. She didn't want to go home yet because she didn't want the fun day to end. That's exactly how I felt too. That or maybe she doesn't want to be home right now.
わかったよ。じゃあな。可愛いのがあったらぜひ見せてくれよな。
じゃあね、バイバイ。
Bye bye. Oh, switch over to Rena. Keiji-kun waved over and over as if he didn't want to say goodbye yet. But after a while, he was gone. Well, I had to go too because I was going to go treasure hunting. I love cute things. I had such a wonderful day today that I'm sure I'm going to get lucky at the treasure hunt. I definitely will find some wonderful treasures. I pedaled my bicycle with determination. My house was nearby, but I took another street that led to the dam construction site. It might have been okay to go home just then, but I hesitated to go since I didn't want to be seen. Yeah, she doesn't want to go home. I had so much fun today, and I wanted to continue feeling happy as long as I could. Uh-oh, yeah, okay, yeah, she lied about her parents' situation, I guess. Oof. Hey, FC Toho, welcome to the stream. Love to see Higurashi stuff. Well, that's what we're here for. And well, things might be about to get interesting. It was already getting late, but I felt like it was getting dark faster than usual. Why is this live stream at 480p? I think that'd be on your stream. That'd be on your stream. Because I'm pretty sure my encoding settings are... Yeah? I'm at 4,000 kbps, so... Not sure why it defaults to that. It might start raining soon.
でも別に、だからって家に帰れるわけじゃないんだし。
Stop it, Rena. You had so much fun today. You have to stay happy as long as you can. Yep, I'm happy. I enjoy every day. Rena, say it. Say the magical words. Don't be embarrassed. You're not dumb or anything. I might be able to enjoy every day even more if I were dumb. If so, dumb is what I'd want to be.
可愛いのあるかな？かな？
Ooh.
お持ち帰り。
There, I said it. I'm sure I can find something cute. As long as I believe it's cute, anything can be that way. I should fill my heart with happy memories of today and yesterday. I should look forward to the happiness I'm going to receive tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, too. Oh, yep. Rena is not okay. I reached the dam construction site. A mountain of trash loomed before me. I parked my bicycle and walked down the mountain of trash and scrap. The place is my castle. It would be incredible if anyone else came to this mountain of trash. I've come here many times, and I usually stay for a long while, but I've never seen anybody walk by. This place is the village's blind spot. I heard that many people came here all the time during the dam wars, but it was abandoned after that. The villagers no longer need to come here, and some people even forgot about it entirely. It seems they dump trash here at midnight, but I've never seen a truck actually dumping trash, at least. If they dumped new trash more often, it'd give me more time to kill. But it looks like it's not going to happen for a while. I walked down the slope of the trash pile all the way to the bottom and headed towards another pile. Nobody ever comes here. I've come here many times and I usually stay for a long while, but nobody has ever come to mess up this place. I am using the 07th mod, yes. And which audio option am I using? Good question. Oh wait. We have this thing called the... Oh wait, mod menu is, I think, F10? Yeah. Look, right now we're using the new BGM. But also, oh, it is different. I thought for sure it was going to be the same. I've come here many times and I usually stay for a long while, but nobody has ever come to mess this place up. Not even the other kids from my school come here. They all believe that the arm of the manager of the construction site is buried somewhere in the trash piles, and they also believe the whole place is haunted. They told me that a ghost with one arm still wanders around here, looking for his missing limb. Sadly, I haven't seen the ghost either. I'm not scared. In fact, I'd rather like to meet him. I wouldn't mind helping him find his arm. If he's feeling lonely, I'd want him to be my conversation partner. There's a station wagon buried in the trash pile. Dude, Rena's gonna get her own car and fix it up. It doesn't have tires, but other than that, it looks like a good station. It still looks like a station wagon. The station wagon is my secret hideout. Unfortunately, the sliding door and the rear doors don't open. So whenever I want to get in, I have to enter the car from the passenger seat and crawl into the back from there. Of course, I take off my shoes at the passenger seat. It's only polite. When you look at it from the outside, it's just a dirty, abandoned car. But on the inside, it's nice and clean, because I swept it out and decorated a little. Isn't this Uisi's car just with a different backdrop? They probably only had budget for one car, Sprite. You unfortunately found out after you finished the visual novel that the OG songs are good. The new one has a lot of repeating and censored songs. Oh, interesting. If I have censorship level 0, maybe put, or 2, maybe put it to 0. I have no idea what the censorship even does. I think it's just the censorship level 0. There are more dirty jokes that don't have, like, voice acting, which I'm okay skipping those. It's nice and clean. I swept it out and decorated it a little. That took me a long time. Rena, you're not sleeping in the station wagon, are you? The back seats are laying flat because I wanted to have as much space as possible. I found a mattress in the trash pile and put it into that space instead. Yeah, I think she's sleeping in the dump. How bad is your home life that this is... Oof. Censorship level 0 also has references to card captor Sakura. Oh boy. It was a bit dirty, so I brought a bed sheet from home and covered the mattress with it. I put my favorite cushions on top, and with that, it turned into a perfect bed. I've put cushions and stuffed animals everywhere. That's not all. Look at this. I have a bunch of sweets here, too. I have a bag of fruit candy in 4 different colors, and some cookies, but they're going bad. I'll have to throw them away. My bear-shaped water bottle is empty. When I come here to spend some time on Sundays, I usually bring this water bottle with some sweetened tea in it. I have a box of tissues, a flashlight, extra batteries, and other daily necessities in here. I also have a few books to read in order to kill some time while I'm at it. Oof, poor Rena. And I have this. What do you think this is? Look, ta-da! My hideout is suddenly lit up thanks to the table lamp. There's an electric outlet on the side of an oldest nearby construction office. I thought they'd have cut the power years ago, but to my surprise, I was wrong. Electricity is still being supplied to the outlet. When I found tons of extension cords, I came up with the idea to connect them all and make electricity come all the way to my hideout. Oof. Maybe some things are implied about Satoko are also censored. Oh, there was some there was something extremely dark implied about Satoko in Chapter 3. Didn't say it, but it implied it, and I did not like that. Now I can spend time here comfortably with some sweets, books, and lights. If I wanted to, I might be able to spend a night here. Oh, okay, she doesn't sleep here, she just could. But I may catch a cold since it gets very cold at night. See? This is a very nice hideout, isn't it? At first I thought somebody would find it and mess with it, but that hasn't happened so far. That's because nobody comes here, and everybody forgot about this place. Do I know anything about the When They Cry series other than the VN I am reading? I know there's another one called Umineko When They Cry. I don't know if they're really related or if it's just by the same author. Otherwise, though, no. I know I think there's a couple different anime adaptations of Higurashi. Haven't seen them, though. This is a blind playthrough, so I have no idea what's coming. So no spoilers. That's how this place became my perfect secret hideout. Fortunately, I ate so much today that I'm still full. I can tell them that I was playing with my friend at her house and ate dinner there. I'm going to stay here for a while and relax. I'm assuming that Rena has something to do with her home life because she's like, oh, hey, I'll get you a slice of cake. And, like, she was getting it to go. So I'm assuming Rena's at her house in some way or another, so wouldn't she be like, Rena, you didn't eat dinner at your friend's house. I saw you eat, like, 18 pounds of desserts over there. And I'm going to treat myself. Treat yourself! I loved the water gun battle yesterday. My heart had been pounding since I fought one-on-one with Keiichi-kun. I also had great fun at Angel Mort today. Well, okay. I'd never experienced such a crazy game with so many people in my life. And they skipped the actual game. Parts of it, I guess. I was still feeling the after effects, and I was sure I would have a dream about it tonight. That was why I wanted to bask in these happy feelings. But that's why I'm going to treat myself in here. I should take off my shoes and stretch my toes. I should cherish the time where I can be myself. You don't exactly remember where, but the censorship also includes removing some of the exposition information, which is very central to the story, an example being specific references to World War II. Oh! I think they might have touched on it a tiny bit, but not a lot. So, whoops. Once I took off my shoes, I felt so relaxed that I didn't want to put them on again. I played all day today, and I was very tired. The treasure hunt could wait. As it got darker, the light of the table lamp became encouraging. It really was getting dark faster than usual. All of a sudden, I heard the sound of raindrops hitting the roof of the car. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter. The interval between drops got shorter and shorter. When it became a continuous sound, I began to hear thunder. Even though it was raining heavily, it remained very quiet inside the car, making me feel like I was in a different world. So they censored references to World War II, but they didn't censor Shion literally crucifying Satoko? Okay. It's my castle, after all. Alright, well, whichever button it is. Gameplay. Censorship level 0. Fully uncensored. Okay, yeah, I'll set it to 0. Why not? It's my castle, after all. I felt a bit cold, so I unfolded my big blanket and hid under it. I'm here alone, under my warm blanket that has my scent. Even though nobody knew where I was at the moment, and I feel like I was left alone in the heavy rain, I still feel secure and free from anxiety for some reason. Yeah, Japan is more definitely a bit sensitive about World War II. There was some very, very, very dark things that happened during that time in Japan. I felt like this heavy rain was keeping my enemies away from my castle. I liked it that way. This place is full of small happiness. It's full of my favorite things. That's why I'm happy whenever I'm here. When I put another blanket over me, I felt as warm as if I were in bed. I listened to the soothing sounds of the raindrops hitting the scrap iron in the trash heaps, and it made me feel sleepy. This is a castle of trash. This trash came here because nobody wanted it. This is where it lives. This is a country where unwanted refuse lives together. I felt like I fit in here. Rena! But at the same time, I knew it was just a temporary place for me, as there's somewhere I had to go back to. No, I shouldn't think about things like that. Whenever I realize that I don't belong here, I remember I'm in the middle of a very dirty pile of trash. I should just doze off for a little bit longer. Thinking is poisonous. Okay, Gaston. Women get ideas when they think. Yikes. You just know there's some information brought up in the later arcs that implies some interesting things with characters about that subject matter. Okay. Okay. Good to know. I wanted to keep myself out of that poison, so the kind Rena within me would stay pure. A little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. And I closed my eyes. Higurashi when they cry. You're not making me cry today.